So rapper Sauce Walka was asked about him preferring to date white women more than black women, and this is what he had to say about that.
One of the hottest topics right now is like black men when they get money, they go and they go get white women. And boy, I know you've been getting a lot of heat about that one.
I was with white women before I ain't had them, and I was with black women too though. I still love black women.
So you don't not date black women. It's just that your preference is white women. Is that accurate? Or what's up?
Again, I look at life as business. I feel that every person in your life, as much as you have a personal relationship with them, you should be able to have somewhat of a business relationship with them, even if it's your blood family. Because when you create business with your family, you're creating generational wealth for the families to come up under your family. We got dreams that we try to achieve together, so we do business together, and we know each other from school or whatever, frat, whatever. So when you being with a woman and creating a relationship with a woman and being with a woman for years and years and years to come, I feel that if you can't do business with a woman, how can you have a relationship with her? Because a person that you have a relationship with, you giving them your everything, especially if you plan to marry that woman, then you putting yourself in a situation where you actually owe her and you entitled.
The longest answer to if you date black women or not.
Nah, for sure, because it's a serious.
Shout out to Tony the Closer, because I was getting a headache listening to this. Like, you just went all the way around the world just to say you like pink toes. I mean, just say that's your preference, bro. Say you like the snow bunnies like Dr. Umar say. And let's get,
situation. Cause I don't date. It's not because when you. I don't
date black women.
I don't date black women because they black. It's not. You can't answer because of that.
It's date black women.
I date all women, but when I date a black woman versus dating a white woman, I do business. It has to make business sense. You have to understand the type of man that I am and understand the stuff that I do. Like, you can't say black women. Well, I ain't gonna lie, because black women with it too with me. I can't say that. I make black women and white women do the same thing with me or for me. So I can't say that. But
once again, just say you like white women, bro. I mean, everything you keep saying that's a positive that white women do for you, you follow up by saying, I can't lie, black women do that too for me. So just say you like white women.
It's just white women understand business relationships easier than black people do. White women understand teamwork easier than certain black women do, especially if it's another woman involved. If they're not the only woman involved, then they're not gonna understand it. I'm not a person that's only gonna be with one woman. I have multiple women in my life. They have to understand that there's multiple women in my life.
So you're saying it is a little bit more challenging to have black women understand that?
Yeah, but it's doable though. I've done it plenty of times.
But it's so much easier on the other side, or?
It's not even just that it's so much easier. Sometimes it's more lucrative. Sometimes it's faster. Sometimes it's smoother. But I ain't gonna lie, I've had great relationships with black women and made plenty of money and plenty of business. Did good things with them. I've done good things with black.
So he's trying to go at this as a business type of thing where he's saying that black women don't get business as well as white women, and that's why he's making a choice. But then he backpedals and says that he's had great business relationship with black women too in the past. And once again, just say you like white women. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm trying to meet you halfway on what you're talking about, Sauce, and saying that some black women may not get business relationships and could possibly cost you business or some way. We know our black women can be aggressive, some of them. And for that, I'm trying to see what you're saying here. But then I just want to say this too, though. You do know they can say the same thing about you. The white people that you're doing business with, they have every right to look at you, the way that you dress, the way that you talk, the way that you rap, the way that you act, the way that you carry yourself. Hair crazy, rapper, the whole nine. And they can be like, well, yeah, you cost us business relationships. I can't take you into a business meeting. In this interview, he was fresh out of jail, closed from yesterday. You want an executive to take you into a business meeting and explain that to some higher ups, right? I'm just saying, those same white folks that you are pandering and catering to right now, can say the exact same thing about you that you're saying about that you're trying to pin on black women, even though you've had great relationships with black women that do all the things that all the white women done in your life. I'm just saying. I guess it's just for me. It it kind of bugs me because I land on the Dr. Umar side of the game with this whole interracial dating. I've dated interracially in the past and all of that, so I get it. But I also see the benefit in a black man saying that I'm going to love and marry a black woman. And I also see the disappointment in when black men, um, even though they have a God-given right to their preference, I see it as a bit disappointing when they go out their way to be like, well, I don't date black women because of this or because of that. Yes, all races have their quirks. All races have their ways and their different cultures and the ways they react and the way they are. But to me, that's part of why I love my people. That's part of why the world loves my people. They love everything about us. They try to be us. I mean, I just seen a video 2 seconds ago about Travis Barker's daughter, how she went from this like little Disney little girl to the whole orange hair, lace front, rapping and all of it. You know what I'm saying? Little white girl. Like, the world loves our culture. But then I'm not going to say it's an overwhelming amount of people in black culture who go outside of that, because I think that's a narrative that's been spent too many times too, that you know, it's a nice percentage of black men who definitely devote their lives and their marriages to black women. But I think this percentage of men who say, I don't date black women because of this, that, and the other is too far highlighted and shined a light on. Yes, it sticks out, you know, but one thing I want to say to the fellas, I mean, if you like black women, do your thing, but don't try to downplay black women without reason. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like every reason he was trying to make was not a good one, because he had a rebuttal to that saying, well, I can't say that. Because he think for a second and he's like, well, yeah, there was a lot of black women that I had good relationships with and good this with and good business relationships with and that guy got along with and all that. So it's like, don't lie on us. Same reason we, like, black men are asking the world to stop lying on black fathers. Black fathers are more close and attentive to their kids than any other race on the planet. But they try to paint us like we're such deadbeats and not around for our kids. We're like, we just seen Oprah make a statement about this. But it's like the narrative, somebody will say it and they just run with it and they keep going with it, keep going with it. And I get that our black women can be aggressive. They can be combative. It's part of our nature, part of our culture. But me personally, I'm not going to use that as a reason to be like, I'm done with them. I mean, because there's plenty of black women who ain't the ratchet, loud, ignorant women that we don't want. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of women that are the exact opposite to that. They're quiet, they're feminine, they're calm, they're inviting, they're nice, they're wonderful to be around, they smell good, they, you know? So I just think it's us having to navigate through life, look in different places, and find women that would more suit what we're looking for. And I know that's hard to do in the age of the internet where so much debauchery is available for us to shine a light on, which is a lot of what I do on this channel. A lot of times you just keep finding these egregious examples of people being ignorant, and you talk about it. But as far as what you want to find in your life, I mean, it's nothing wrong with us searching a little more and searching in newer places other than the club and this, all these places that we have been going to find women and have been finding a bad result. Look somewhere else. Look somewhere else. Maybe you'll find a woman that's more attractive to you in her ways and how she operates, that understands business, that's feminine, that's, all these wonderful things that we look for. But I just got to reiterate, like what you like, man. Do what you think. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you can't like who you like. If you like white women, do your thing. But I do think it is very much a great value in showing our black women that we love them, because in turn, they're going to have daughters. And those daughters are going to look up. And, I think the black young women of the world do want to look up and see black men loving black women. I mean, love is love. And you want to see interracial love too. But, there's nothing wrong with seeing black love. Every other race seems to think so. They see nothing wrong with their race loving their race. And they promote that and they operate in that. But let me know what you think, man. Black women, I just want to say, man, I love y'all. I love you if it don't nobody else tell you. But this your boy P Camp. Get at your boy. Let me know what you think in the comments.